Hear that? That's the sound of busy. To a restaurant, all that shouting and banging might as well be a symphony. It means the long days and longer nights are paying off. Sure, it's noisy, but there's a worse sound. This, not busy. Busy means business, which is why Toast gives restaurants the tools and tech they need to help them perform under pressure. Sounds pretty good, right? Toast, built for busy.
Welcome into the 7 o'clock hour of the morning roast. Greg Hirsch, Tyler Krusz, Marqus Cesar bringing you home on this Thursday, May 28th. Red Sox win handily, too. Handily win. It was actually an enjoyable game to watch for once. It was really good. Actually, now the night before it was pretty enjoyable, too. It was a battle. So I got to give him credit where credit's due. Bats are coming alive a little bit, which is good to see. Can it be consistent? We'll find out.
It was nice to see the beginning, and the beginning not being like a walk, an error, a hit, and then someone comes up and hits a home run or something. You know, like the beginning was sustained, you know, like you kind of were able to pepper this guy a little bit.
Right.
And load the bases, bring in some runs. You took advantage of an error, but it was
something they haven't been able to do.
It was great to see in that fourth inning them put together a rally with multiple hitters.
Yeah.
You know, because
it's the way it's supposed to go.
Nobody's been hitting.
I know.
Like you'll get the occasional 2-run home run after a walk, or you'll get a couple here and there, but it was really, really good to see like 4 or 5 hits in a row.
It was big time.
You haven't seen like the hittings. They say hitting's contagious.
Right.
The Red Sox haven't seen that yet this year.
Yeah,
you know, so like it was the first time you were actually like, wow, everybody's hitting.
Yeah,
you
they're
know,
proven.
It was good.
Yeah, exactly. So that was awesome to see. It's just better. It's better. It's better putting runs up. I get a great pitching duel here and there. I'm all set on that now. I need to see some hits. Man.
I've been saying this since February. Chicks dig the long ball.
They do. It's a long season, man. If I'm going to put it on and devote some time to watching you, be interesting.
You also look at the last series, right? And the Red Sox, the offense was pretty good. You know, they had a couple of games where they scored over 5 runs and they got swept.
Yeah, no, right, exactly.
You know, like
the pitching let them down.
Isn't always going to be there for you. You're gonna win a bulk of your games. A bulk of your wins will be 3-1, 2-1, 3-2 because you have better pitching. But you're also, I think, in 1-run games, you have a less than 500 record.
Yeah, you stink.
In those close games.
Yeah.
You know, so like, well, let's hit the ball in the ballpark. Why are we playing close games anymore? Why are we playing to play small ball?
Exactly. So, no, hey, I'll take it, man. And so they play again at 4:10 today. It's Peyton Tolley against Chris Sale, which is going to make me tune in for a little bit anyway. Yeah. We'll see where it goes. I'm expecting a response from the Braves tonight or today. So we'll see.
I'm expecting Sale to pitch really well at Fenway.
I am too. I'm him on a mission.
Kind of let us know, traded me for Vaughn Grissom.
Yeah.
Who do we trade Vaughn Grissom for? Or do we just outright cut him?
Right. Oh, I think we cut him. Yeah.
Let Chris Sale walk.
Marcus, how you holding up?
I'm good. And hopefully we'll be wrapped up with Ticket TV before the Thunder and Spurs kick off tonight.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Who do you got?
I mean, I want the Spurs to win.
Same.
Yeah, I want the Spurs to make it, but admittedly, I'm pulling for the Knicks.
I want to see physical pain for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I want them to be punished. Like I don't just want the Spurs to win. Like I want tears.
No.
They're
for sure. So irritating.
They really are.
The whole team is irritating. SGA sucks. He's annoying. But the whole team has got the same attitude. They're just awful. They're an awful team to watch. I hate them.
I keep seeing the play of last game where Dylan Harper's driving or Dylan Harper's defending Jared McCain and he gets elbowed in the jaw, the throat, and then 2 seconds later McCain just kind of throws his own legs out from underneath him and falls straight. He doesn't even try to break his fall. He doesn't try to regain his balance. He just takes his own legs out and goes right on his belly.
Collapses
on the floor. Onto the stomach. I'm like, what do you do? It was just ugly.
Oh,
it's bad.
It's
I want to see one of those AI slop videos where Wembanyama takes someone and throws them against the wall. I want to see that in real life.
Yeah.
Let's make this WWE. You want to flop all the time?
Right. You're going to get some payback, some receipts.
So the Spurs are coming in a little fire for the last game. You saw their subs check in vets, Mason Plumlee and Bismack Biyombo, guys who've been around for a while. And Wemby says something to him.
Yep.
And then they both pick up really hard fouls against Jared McCain.
There you go.
There you go. Within the course of the game, it wasn't egregious, but they both picked up, they earned the fouls. And I was
send a message.
That's nice. And these vets were around when the game was
what
the game was, you know, and now it's not. And they probably get frustrated at this. You saw women, like the way the Thunder defend too. They're very physical,
right?
Like until they get touched, they are extremely physical,
big time.
You know,
big
and
time.
everybody's physical with Wemby until the point where he threw his own elbow last.
Yeah,
you know?
it's getting in his head.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I mean, they're grabbing, they're pulling, they're pushing.
Yeah, I think it's getting in his head a little bit, though.
He's also being fouled.
Yeah, no, he is. He is.
How can it not?
Marcus, you slid something in there interesting because I'm trying to figure this one out, too. Whoever wins, you're pulling for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Does that feel gross, or are you kind of a closet Knicks fan?
I have no love for New York.
All right. I was going to say, I thought you were hiding something on me here.
I promise. I don't have a Yankees hat on.
The reason, because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because I feel like pulling for the Knicks. I really do.
Yeah.
But I just hate everything that surrounds the Knicks.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I like the frenzies outside of Madison Square Garden, like the content. It's great. I wouldn't want to go there.
No.
But I
wouldn't want to be walking around there,
Right.
but it looks a lot of fun. And when the Knicks are good, basketball is good. When the Knicks are good, the NBA is good. Madison Square Garden is the mecca for basketball.
Yeah.
You know, New York City is a very important region for basketball. I'm pretty sure it's where,
sport.
you know, it was Springfield, Mass, actually, where basketball was born.
Right.
But like New York City is kind of where this era of basketball came from. If the Knicks are good, that's very good for basketball. And the East is supposed to be the underdog. Whoever's going to win the Spurs, the Spurs Thunder is going to win. These guys go 7 games and beat the crap out of each other after the Knicks swept. Like, look out.
You get a rested Knicks team.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate to see. Also, you get a little East Coast bias in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do. I do feel a little regionalism, right? Like let's pull for the East a little
6
bit.
hours
as much
away,
as it's
but,
New York, but I mean, you know, it's East versus West.
Yeah,
I'll take the East.
I would. I think if it's Spurs Knicks, the winner is basketball. I think you're not have a 7 game. You're not going to have a 7-game series where the conversation is surrounded around flopping. You have 2 pretty prominent historical franchises going at it in the NBA with 2 very good fan bases. And people want to watch Victor Wembanyama. Victor, he's one of the guys where it's like, I got to see this because we've never seen this before.
Yeah, he's a freak.
And guys like this size, how long do they last?
Right, usually not long.
So, like, you're taking it all in for Victor Wembanyama, and the Knicks are also pretty fun to watch.
Right.
You know, like, that's a rabid fan base in New York. I think the Spurs-Knicks would be a wonderful finals series just to watch and enjoy rather than to pick a side.
For sure.
Before we move on, real quick, if the Thunder do make it, which I fear they will,
I probably won't watch.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Yeah.
But last year I was pulling for the Pacers. And look at the monster that was created.
I like Halliburton too.
Yeah.
You know,
I believe if that man didn't go down, they win.
Yeah.
They would have been the I don't want to get into this. I don't want to get into this.
Just hate OKC. Just, you know, it's just they're fun to hate.
They really are.
Yeah.
They could be fun to root for.
Yeah,
they really could. They are good at basketball.
If they played a different style.
They don't have to be like the evil empire, but they are.
Yeah, they're leaning into it. Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealers. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a deer. And Fat Panda Boba Tea and Market on Harlow Street in Bangor, right next to Goslin's Bakery. Sip fresh boba, explore snacks, ramen, and their tasty Jamaican patties. Also visit their brewer location, which is on Wilson Street, right next to Hannaford. Let's do it. All right, your Boston Red Sox, man. They win 8-0. So, they combined in the fourth for 6 runs on Elder. Duran solo home run towards the end. Early, outstanding pitch in 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks, 7 Ks. Give me Jaron Duran on Connolly early. Yeah, I just like the what he's showing, and he is. He's like super young. He looks super young, but he's he's just consistent. I just love his consistency.
Yeah, he is. He's very good at mixing it up. He's very good at hitting his spots. He's got good velocity. Like, this is a guy where if you're in sell mode, he could be a hefty return.
Oh my God, he could.
But if you're in sell mode, that's kind of the guys you want to keep.
Those are the guys you don't want to let go, right? Like, those will be foundational pieces.
Do you think you keep both of them? Like, if you're selling at the deadline, or say you're buying at the deadline.
I would oh God, buying at the deadline.
Say turn it around. What if you're buying at the deadline?
I hope that never happens.
If you're buying at the deadline and you've got Crochet, Suarez, Gray, Tolley, Early,
yeah,
like, I think one of those guys could get you a decent
Gray's
bat.
going to go for sure.
If you're selling, especially.
Yeah, for sure.
But like you're not going to be able to buy much with Gray.
No, that's true.
People are going to ask for one of Early or Tolley. So if you were to, if you're buying at the deadline, someone asks for one of those
like
two.
I said at the 6 o'clock hour, like as much as I'm a huge Peyton Tolley fan, just because I love everything about him, he's entertaining and everything, and I love just the bull on the mound that he is. I think Early is the guy that's got more career upside.
Yeah.
So I would probably, if I had gun to the head, I had to move one, I'd move Tolley.
Yeah, if you had to move one for a big bat, I think Tolley would be the guy to. They're both going to get you pretty big returns. If you need to move them, it's great to have two young guys that are like that.
For sure. For sure, without a doubt. All right, Patriots, the OTA started yesterday. It's going to go through June 11th. Mandatory minicamp runs from June 15th to June 17th. Notable absence, Christian Gonzalez not there. We'll talk a little more about that. But why don't you give me Greg Bedard again there, talking about Drake May. Yeah, I mean, the analysis on day one of OTAs is like obviously overblown. Like that's like they're just figuring it out. Defense is going to be more into dialed in before the offense is.
Yeah, it always is.
Yeah, always. So good to see though that he put on muscle. That was the biggest takeaway that I'm going to get out of OTAs probably is that he's in shape.
Yeah, stop me when you heard this before. Young Patriots quarterback coming in, really worked on his body, really dug in the offseason.
Right.
So he's got a better year ahead of him than the last time we heard that.
Yeah, exactly. My thing for Drake May that you want to see, and you're not going to see it in OTAs, but as the real preseason training camp gets underway, is his decision making.
I thought he did a very good job last year at limiting the interceptions, but then the playoffs came and he was fumbled. Yeah, the fumbles.
Yep. He's got to learn. I want to see him learn to fight another day. That's what made one of the things that made Brady so great is, it play's not there, you chuck it away. Just get rid of it. Like, don't set yourself up for a potential disaster because you want to make something out of nothing. So he needs to learn that for sure. Over in the NHL, Hurricanes beat the Canadiens 4-0. They take a commanding 3-1 series lead as it heads back to Carolina. I think this thing's all but over. We'll see, but it looks like it'll probably be Canes, Golden Knights in the Stanley Cup. Next Home Experience is the market leader. Get Luke, get sold with the Next Home Experience. Available when ordering McDelivery through Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. 2 sausage McMuffins with egg, 2 hotcakes, 4 hash browns, 4 small hot coffees, all for just $19.99. This bundle deal is over 40% off, and for a limited time, order at your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street in Brewer. Dairy Queen Bangor with new DQ breakfast collection. You can enjoy a Cinnamon Toast Crunch Dip Cone, Fruity Pebble Shake, or a Choco Frosted Donut Blizzard treat, whether it's breakfast time or not. Visit 668 Broadway Bangor. DQ. Happy tastes good.
All right, so I am going to give a ticket here to Los Angeles Dodgers first-round pick and prospect Kendall George.
Okay.
So he plays in the AA for the Tulsa Drillers, I believe. Yes, the Tulsa Drillers. He tore his patella tendon, I think, this past week. Let me double-check that injury. He has suffered a patellar injury jumping out of the way of the bat dog.
Yeah,
he was all
mad
mad and complaining about it. Dude, the dog runs from the same spot out of the dugout every time. You got drafted by the Dodgers. Go around that thing. I mean, that it's going to the bat circle to grab the bat. You know where it's coming from. You scored, you see it coming out. It's not new. They've had the bat dog for a while. I get to be frustrated if you're a pro athlete, and that's a tough way to get injured for a pro athlete, but you can't throw a fit. You can make the dog feel bad. Now you made him lose his job. He's got kids. He's got a family to pay for. They suspended the bat
program.
dog. Yeah, there's no more bat dog.
I agree.
Yeah, fans are pissed.
It's a bat dog. Just go, you're supposed to. That has never. I've seen bat dogs before. We've seen them in tons of places.
For sure.
Has this ever happened? No.
It's a dog. What kind of dog is it? It's not
like a golden retriever or something like that.
Exactly. That's what it looked like.
It's not like a Rottweiler running out.
And I agree with you for the most part. I think it's awful that a good old boy just lost his job.
Yeah.
That's awful.
He's not even I'm looking at the video. The dog's not even moving fast. There's one spot to enter and exit the dugout. The dog's coming out to go get the bat.
I will say, I don't think it's on the dog. It's on the trainer.
The dog's trainer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever is handling the dog, I don't think they should have let the dog go until he made it in the dugout. I don't think this could have been entirely avoided if the person, keeping an eye on this dog was doing their job correctly. And, I don't know. I think I could be wrong here, but that's my opinion.
Slide over and give it a pet. You don't got to jump out of the way and land weird on your patella, whatever. Where's the patella?
Yeah.
Is that in your leg? Yeah.
Yeah. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Yeah. Would it clip you?
So he he jumps out of the way out of it and just lands weird. But what are you scored. What are you sprinting into the dugout for anyways? Save your energy.
I got a ticket I got to give out. Bill Belichick didn't realize this in his book. Bill Belichick made this comment about knowing the value a player, brings to the team. During my time as coach, I had an abundance of players who I really wanted on the team, but financially could not keep. Lawyer Malloy, Tom Brady, Adam Vinatieri, Willie McGinnis, Vince Wilfork, Mike Vrabel, Joe Tooney, Deion Branch, Logan Mankins, Darrell Revis, Aqib Talib, Ty Law, and Nate Soldier, to name a few. How dare you throw Tom Brady's name in there on top of all that, right? There's some great players, but you don't throw the greatest player of all time. There's a handful of players I'd like to keep.
Financially, you could not keep. Robert Kraft would have bent over backwards to sign Tom Brady.
What a ridiculous statement. Oh my God. Hands down, worst decision he's ever made. Tanked the team, and you're saying you just couldn't swing it.
Tank interest too. Yeah, you did. Also, couldn't draft a wide receiver to save your life.
No, exactly.
That has nothing to do with what you just said. It just makes me mad all over again.
Notoriously bad drafter.
Yeah, he was a very bad drafter.
And he just repeated that statement. He did an interview with Tucker Carlson, I guess, the other day, and he repeated that exact same statement.
I wish I could have paid Tom Brady.
Amongst others. He was second or third down the list. That Tom Brady guy, too.
He had him fifth.
Right,
You went through some names that I was who is it? Lawrence what? Who was the first one on the list?
Lawyer Malloy.
Lawyer Malloy.
Yeah, he was great, tough corner, you know what I mean? But forgettable, and if you're not familiar with the earlier days a little bit, right? And some great players though, right? Some really great ones, but I mean, it's you're going to lump Tom Brady in with Logan Mankins?
You wanted to trade him when you had Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right.
He wanted to trade Brady before his MVP season. Kraft said no before 2018.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean you wanted to pay him? You wanted him out of there 5 years ago. He was notorious for being ruthless, cold-blooded, get rid of a guy 1 year early before 1 year late. Yeah. And now you're I wish I could have paid all these guys that I was ruthless and cold-blooded to and got rid of them 1 year early.
Sucks. I hate it.
Revisionist history.
Oh, such a revisionist narrative. It's gross. Shame on you, Bill. You get a ticket for that. All right. Stuck on the side of the road? Union Street Towing's got you covered 24/7 statewide. For breakdowns to lockouts, we'll get you moving fast. Call 942-4200. Driven to be there when you need them most. And Dean's Detailing is the leader in auto detailing for over 55 years. Renew your vehicle's appearance. Protect your auto investment. Look good, feel good in a clean, shiny car. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Acadia Federal Credit Union's newest location, now open on Wilson Street Brewer, serving Maine since 1963 with branches in Bangor, Brewer, Aroostook County. Learn more at acadiafcu.org. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of the roast in downtown Bangor, herosportsgrill.com. All right, we were talking about how gross it is with the flopping, OKC. Adam Silver was on the Pat McAfee show, and he was asked all about this. All right. So we're going to go technology.
It was not the out-of-bounds plays that we're worried about, though. I mean, I kind of lost him when he said, well, the officiating's been incredible. Yeah. And then, imagine McAfee's talking over him that's a big move. Holmgren off Holmgren's foot. Imagine being Adam Silver and you're your commissioner suits and whatever, and you're
sure.
What's your schedule today? And your media person's well, you got to go interview the guy with no sleeves.
Yeah. I know. Brutal. Yeah, no.
Someone else needs to stand in front of the commissioner and ask him. Someone with an actual
with credibility,
journalistic abilities.
Exactly. I want to hear that. I want to hear Stephen A. Smith talk about it.
I do. I want it Stephen A. Smith would be the perfect person to talk to Adam Silver about it, not Pat McAfee, who's just, asks him a question and then lets him talk for 2 minutes and doesn't even push him when he says the officiating's been incredible.
Right. Doesn't push him on anything.
It's not that was the one out of bounds one. It's not the out of bounds plays that we're worried about. It's
it's not. That's not ruining the game.
These are grown men throwing themselves around like toddlers. It's embarrassing. Have some respect for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And like, what are we going to do about this? Like, that needs to stop. How do we stop it?
If any of those Thunder players were in the room, they wouldn't be able to fit. Their head would be in the ceiling tile. We don't have a very big studio, but like these
Right.
are like big human beings.
Sure.
I know they don't look that big
Right.
compared to everyone else in the NBA, but like there's no way that
No.
they're going down that easy.
No, exactly. It's gross. It's gross. All right. Well, we're going to get to break because we've got voice of the Patriots, John Rooke, coming up. We're going to talk about OTAs, his thoughts, and what he has seen. 2026 Ticket Awards, the third annual Ticket Awards, they're coming June 22nd to Hero Sports Grill, downtown Bangor. The event will be live on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com. 28 categories of excellence for the 25-26 sports season. The winter categories begin today, so you can vote today. Get on over there at 929theticket.com. Northeast Driving School has been the leader in driver training for over 57 years. Register today for driver's ed courses at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Call 942-1769 or register at northeastdrivingschool.com. Joining us now on the Heroes Hotline, the voice of the New England Patriots, Mr. John Rooke. John, how you doing this morning?
Great. How's it going with you guys?
Oh, man. Hey, you know what? The Sox solidly won last night, but boy, Patriots, the New England Patriots are back. Football is back. Even if that's OTAs, we'll take it. We'll take it, right?
Yeah, well, I don't think I'd get too excited over the Sox just yet.
No. That's it's a bit of an outlier, right? Bit of an outlier. So
Yeah, definitely.
But boy, it felt good to get going yesterday a little bit, didn't it? Down there in Foxborough. I do have to ask right out of the gate, was there, I know, Vrabel kind of deflected any personal questions. Was there any edict that you know of that was they were requested to shy away from anything like that, reporters wise?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah.
No, not to my knowledge. I think, everybody else is trying to, do what they can to just move on from that because, quite frankly, there's nothing else to be gained from it. So, his business is his business, and we're just kind of, moving on with it, really, more than anything else. And I think now everybody's kind of got their attention to trying to build the football team again and see if they can get it back to the same level, where it was a year ago and make sure that last year wasn't a fluke.
Absolutely. Biggest story coming out of yesterday, no Christian Gonzalez. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not too worried about it. I mean, he did address that yesterday and said that there were going to be some guys in some days where there wasn't going to be 100% participation, and I really believe that's the biggest takeaway from OTAs, these spring practices. First of all, they're not mandatory. And second of all, I think some of these guys will be doing what they think they need to do business-wise in order to be able to get through. And I think most of these guys probably have a health reason one way or the other. And I think that a lot of this stuff has probably been discussed between the player and the team beforehand. So I think they kind of know who's going to be there and who's not going to be there. And quite frankly, I don't think they're too worried about it. I would be more worried about it if you get to mandatory thing,
right,
which won't start until next month, and then guys don't show up. So right now, this is optional, even though you kind of hope that everybody will be there. But I think that there are, like I said, there are going to be some extenuating circumstances that will keep guys away from time to time. And as long as they're working out on their own, hey, then really don't have too much issue with that.
I like the positivity on that. That's good. Don't worry about it until mandatory minis, and then we'll see what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to have to lock them down, right? I mean, they're going to have to, figure out a way to get this done. Both sides want it to happen, I would think. So let's cross our fingers and hope on that one. What coming out of the camp yesterday from all the news? What are your biggest takeaways?
I mean, again, my biggest takeaway was the fact that they were pretty nonchalant about, there was going to be, not a 100% participation, and it didn't seem to be that big a deal.
Okay.
So I didn't sense any urgency. I didn't sense any surprise. Mike Vrabel played this game for a long time. He's been around the game for a long time, so he kind of knows what the player's mindset is when it comes to, attending these things. If you could be there, great. If you want to be there, great. If you're not going to be there, you got a good reason for it, then that's fine, as long as you continue to take it upon yourself to, remain in decent shape, continue to work out, continue to, follow whatever plan it was that the team had for you in the off season. You got to gain this much weight, you got to lose this much weight, you got to gain this much muscle. I mean, there are a lot of different things. Each guy has his own different prescribed formula, if you will, for, those that might not know. That they sit down and they do this with these exit interviews, at the end of every other season.
Right.
And so they turn out largely their own individual plans. And however you've got to go about taking care of that individual plan, that's what you do. And as long as you're on that course, I don't really think anybody has any issue, to be quite honest with you.
John, for the entire offseason, I've thought that it would be a given that at some point next week or the week after that, A.J. Brown would come strolling into Foxborough. Now we're hearing that the Patriots might not want to give up a first-round pick, that the sides might not have a deal. Do you think that's just smoke? Do you think eventually A.J. Brown will be in New England?
I do, and I hope that, that's a sign of positivity, but, they're not going to give it up right now because they can't. They don't want to, mess it up for the Eagles. They don't want to mess it up for themselves. Jason McCourty, I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but he said Tuesday? What's today? Thursday. Okay, Tuesday. He said that it's all but a done deal.
Right.
So this, I personally, and again, this is my personal feeling, I think a one is too much to give up here. But, I can understand if that's what they're going to do, because they really, let's face it, the offense could use something dynamic that would cause a team to have to game plan against them. And I think that's the missing element here. And so if you can provide, an extra split second or two for, Drake May to throw the ball away, which I think they've addressed, through, the draft again with some of their draft picks on the offensive line, they've done the offseason and bringing a couple of guys in, I really kind of believe that this is the thing that they've been laying for. So they're going to keep it low. It's going to be up to the Eagles to try to do that. I hope that they don't give up too much. My guess is that there's probably a one. Kayshon Boutte may also be involved here, which is part of the reason why they don't seem to be terribly engaged, if that's the best word to use,
right,
with him right now. There's something in the mix. Something's going to happen, and I think we'll probably find out about it in fairly short order, as soon as that calendar hits June 1.
A lot of eyes were also on the O-line and Caleb Lomu and where he fits in. They had him over on the right, predominantly, a little bit on the left. Are you of the camp that this is wide open for him and potentially Will Campbell could be losing his spot? Or is this, just a lot of chatter?
Well, I think that'll probably be one of the more interesting areas to watch, once training camp begins, at the end of July, because I kind of believe the way a lot of other people do, but again, I'm not so sure that they want Will to, to physically, mentally move just yet. I think they're going to explore every opportunity to kind of keep him where he was. I don't really think that they think a lot about the whole, short arms thing and the rough time that he had at the end of last year. I don't really think that they subscribe to that. He did obviously have, some injury at the end of last year that he played through. So I think that's admirable, but you don't want to play through it to the point where you're going to put, your franchise future, in harm's way. I think they're going to give him every opportunity to hold on to that spot. Lomu, my guess, will end up being a kind of a swing guy, at least to start. And, so he can back up at both tackle positions. And then, as well as I do, guys, that over the course of, what's now a 17-game regular season, injuries are going to happen. You're going to have to shuffle the deck up front. My guess is at some point in time he's going to find a spot. But when he finds that spot, will he give it back up? I don't know that. And quite frankly, I'd be surprised if he did.
John, I feel like there's more excitement surrounding the Patriots than we've seen since maybe 2019. And maybe it's the fact that people are just like, get us to training camp and get me out of Fenway Park. But what do you think the Patriots can like live up to these expectations this year after an incredible first year from Mike Vrabel last year?
Well, yes, but obviously it's going to be a little bit tougher road to hoe because of the schedule increase in strength overall. And a lot of that is because of, when you're in first place, in the division, you're going to play a first-place schedule. And so, invariably it's going to be more difficult. The schedule rotation, such as it is going to make it a little bit more difficult as well. You got Buffalo twice. So, look, I looked at the schedule. I played the same game as everybody else. Win, loss, win, loss. I do all of that.
How many did you get?
I'll tell you, this is my God's honest answer to that. All right, I came up with 11 wins.
Okay.
That's what I came up with 11, and now I think you could probably go plus or minus 1 or 2 on either side of that. So could it be as low as 9? Yep, it could. Could it be as high as 13? I think it could be. So again, a lot of it depends on how some of the young talent develops. If they get A.J. Brown, I definitely think 11 might even be a little low. I would say if A.J. Brown becomes a part of that offense, I would say 12 is in the possibility. So I think it's going to skew one way or the other that direction. But it's going to be a tougher schedule. There's just no way that, I think you can look at that and say, oh, this is a 14-win team again. No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be more difficult. But just because they don't win 14 games doesn't mean that it's not a better team. And again, this is all about he who has the most toys at the end of the year wins. This is a war of attrition. And so if they've got decent depth and decent health remaining, once they get into like mid-December, then I think you'll see a team that'll be capable of doing some damage in the postseason again.
John, great stuff as always. Where can people get more from you?
I have a Sunday column every week in the Providence Journal, so you can catch it in the newspaper or online, and there you go. That's what I'll be doing.
Awesome. All right. Look forward to talking with you going forward, and we will catch up and see where this goes.
Sounds like a plan. Anytime, fellas.
Awesome. John Rooke, Ticket TV On Demand. Miss a game on Ticket TV? No problem. Every game's available on demand at 929theticket.com. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. Find your place at powerhardwork.com. Connect to the Ticket's social media channels. 929 The Ticket on Facebook, 929 The Ticket on Instagram, sports.net.maine on TikTok, and our YouTube page, Sportsnet Maine. All right, no drive today because Sox start at 4:10. It is sale day at Fenway, just on the other side of the mound. That's all, this side of the dugout, rather. So totally against Sale. What's our prop today? What are we taking?
We're taking the alt runs under 8. We were stuck between Toley out, Sale strikeouts. They've got Sale strikeouts set at 7.5.
Yeah, they're expecting him to fire.
Marcus, you said he's 7-3 with 72 strikeouts, so he's got 7 strikeouts a game, and wow.
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be a tough one, I think.
Vaughn Grissom, that's my takeaway. No, just kidding. I am, watch out for bat dogs. They can be a little bit dangerous if you don't know where they're coming from or when they're coming, but it should be pretty basic information to know. And I am excited to root against the Thunder. I think it's nice to have a villain.
Yeah, no, it is. It is actually nice. Like, it stirs up a little hate.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. Marcus?
Greg, you have made me bullish. The Miami Heat are the greatest expansion team in the history of sports. Sometimes that 8 seed can go on a run and take out the Celtics.
I knew you'd like that. I knew you'd appreciate that one. All right. I am going to just say it was awesome talking to John Rooke. He is not super concerned about Gonzo not being there for OTAs. It'll mean a lot more when it becomes mandatory, which is a few weeks away. He thinks things will get worked out, so that eases my tensions a little bit. He's very positive. Love talking with John Rooke about that stuff. So I hope everybody has an awesome Thursday. Thanks for joining us. This has been The Morning Roast, 92.9 The Ticket, Maine Sports Leader.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Hear that? That's the sound of busy. To a restaurant, all that shouting and banging might as well be a symphony. It means the long days and longer nights are paying off. Sure, it's noisy, but there's a worse sound. This, not busy. Busy means business, which is why Toast gives restaurants the tools and tech they need to help them perform under pressure. Sounds pretty good, right? Toast, built for busy.